What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are returning to Moon Colony as we continue our coverage of Mobile Suit Moon Gundam. Last time, Saki realized that she was going to Moon Hell, while Sarasa decides to talk to Raymel, the leader of Arts, herself. Usually they use the Lick family as a proxy to deal with these issues, but she must face it herself. In this episode, Yuta will get in the Moon Gundam, and the Light Tribe will go savage on the Atalante 3 crew. So let's get into this. Yuta and his friends are watching the Gundam. They note that the Light Tribe guards have been watching the giant non-stop, so he doesn't have an opportunity to take it. Yuta's friends have all been taken off of their apprenticeships. They are starting to become outcasts. Agos comes out of the forest. He wants his mobile suit back, but he is afraid that it has found a new owner. He relates it to a horse knowing its true master. He also tells Yuta that something feels off about Saki. She was also the last person to see Minerva. Yuta goes to talk to her. He tries to lighten up the mood by bringing up their childhood, but she isn't having it. She knows he is here to ask about Minerva, but she doesn't know where she is. She doubles down on her lie. Yuta wants to go find her, but Saki wants him to stay with her. She wants to know why she isn't enough for him. She will fix whatever she asks of him. She already realizes that she is going to Moon Hell, but wonders what for. Back on the Varguils, Ubalto tests the Bulldog, but he is testing with live ammo, and they need to be conservative with their ammunition. Minerva looks out towards the stars. Captain Laro allowed her out of her room if she finally ate something. She says that she realizes that the ship is out of commission. She says that Neo Zeon will be looking for her soon, so she suggests that they kill her, and to do it quickly because they won't even bother with hostage negotiation. Rather than responding to Minerva, Laro tells her about his daughter, who is about the same age as her. All she ever wants to talk about is boys, makeup, and pop stars. Laro understands that she comes from a family lineage and whatnot, but if she comes with him to EFF, they will take her away from the bad adults. He says that any kids who talks like her shouldn't be around those adults anymore. Laro empathizes that Minerva never really had a childhood. She essentially says that they can't change the past. Captain Gennaro holds up a keychain of a whale. It probably means something. What does it mean? Nilda Lit departs from visiting Raymel. She tells her people that she has been requested by Sarasa Moon and that she will head out in a day or two. They tell her not to, as this is taboo, but she must. Suddenly, Luce comes out of the shadows as Raymel was able to notice him. Luce says that she must be a new type if she was able to sense him. He asks about the leaves. One of her guards tries to attack Luce, but Salon uses its ball bearings as an anti-defense system. He wonders if the rest of the colony knows the true value of what they have on their hands. It seems the people of Arts are keeping a secret on purpose. He throws up Salon, who takes out Raymel's guards. He approaches her and asks if she would like to be his friend. Saki finally breaks down and tells Yuta the truth. She tells him that she was taken off Moon and that she wanted her off the colony. She left her to die. Yuta says, "You didn't leave her to die," and runs away. He watches over the Gundam. The Light Tribe continues watching over it. He tries to move the mobile suit with his mind, but a voice from behind tells him that it isn't going to work. It happens to be Luce and Salon. He tells Yuta that the Psychomu system doesn't work unless you are inside of the cockpit. He tells him that they need to get past the guards for the next step. Salon jumps into Yuta's arms. He is taken aback by a ball talking to him. Luce says that they need to go save the princess. They need to get the Varguil, although he notes that now that it has a new head, it is more of a Gundam. Luce is the first one to refer to this new unit as Moon Gundam. We still aren't breaking it down until it gets a paint job. Saphira is a prisoner on the Atalante 3. Her cell suddenly is unlocked, and a voice on the PA tells her to make her escape. She says, "Nice try, I know that trick." The voice says that they are sorry for what she went through on Dublin. This person knows of Saphira's past. She trusts the voice for now, but she says one more thing. Does this plan to capture Minerva have anything to do with Char's return? The voice says that this has nothing to do with Char. She tells Saphira to hurry. Agos heads to Saphira's cell to find that she has escaped. He calls in all hands on deck to stop and find her. The guards watching over the Gundam are distracted by boars that they see running off. This is too much meat for them to let pass by. It happens to be Yuta's friends disguised as boars. Yuta and Luz get into the Gundam. He isn't able to make it work like he did the other day. Luz says that he knows these machines because he is an apprentice in the Neo-Zeon military. He notes that it is similar to a Psychoma system, but it seems closer to the Psycho Frame. So the Psycho Frame was in development 4 years before we saw it in action in UC-0093. He suggests that Luz flies the Gundam. He tells Yuta that the machine responds to his heart and mind. He asks Yuta what he was feeling when he first piloted the mobile suit. He thinks of Minerva and the Psycho Plates begin moving once again. Everyone looks up at the Gundam. The guards realize they are going to be in trouble. Renault thinks that this is the doing of Neo-Zeon. He orders the Light Tribe to seize control of the Adelante 3. Rainbow thinks that she may not be needed at the Light Tribe anymore. Yuta jumps towards the port side of the colony. One Neo-Zeon officer informs Captain Gennaro of the plates moving. They have seen these things in action. They have the ability to tear through the Adelante 3 no problem. They must open a hatch. They are concerned that Saphira will escape if they open it. They don't seem to have a choice if they don't want more holes in their ship. Gennaro notes that the Gundam has turned against them. Renault tells Chief Lugus to head down to the underground entrance and surround the Adelante 3 from the back. Luce mentions that the Psycho Plates must have Psycho Frame technology built into it. The Adelante 3 opens the hatches as the Psycho Plates make their way out. The gas pilot Ovo pilots the RS Jarja. He finds the mobile suit very heavy. Gennaro tells him not to destroy the Varguil if he doesn't have to. Agos wonders if it is Yuta who is piloting the mobile suit. Saphira gets into a normal suit and sneaks out of the ship. She looks up to see that the people of the Light Tribe are attacking. She is right in the middle of someone else's fight. The Light Tribe charges into the ship with swords and their bow and arrows and spears. Neo-Zeon can easily murder all of these people, but they don't want to kill them and have all hell break loose on this colony. They drop the niceties and start calling the people savages. They decide to close the doors and bail as fast as possible. The Gundam makes it to the hangar and is met with the RS Jarja. It begins fighting with Yuta. He doesn't know why everyone is fighting. They engage in hand-to-hand combat. While the fight is breaking out, one person notices Saphira is making her escape. He yells to take out the prisoner. Luz says that if he continues hesitating, Yuta will eventually die. He notices that Saphira is about to be shot down and acts quick. He sends a Psycho Plate to block Neo-Zeon's attack, saving Saphira. Luz is mad because he bumped his head while Yuta saved her. The RS Jarja goes in to attack again. Yuta is able to pin down the Zeon mobile suit and hold it at knife point. It is a beam sword, so I guess technically at beam point? It's like gunpoint, but for beams. You get it. Luz says it is about time. Yuta opens the hatch. Luz gets out and says, "Behold, it is I, Lieutenant Commander Luz Krangle." He says that Moon Gundam will give Neo-Zeon unrivaled power. On the Razain, the crew is complaining outside of the captain's office about their special crew member on board and how it is drawing attention. They are referring to Amado Ray, of course. Inside of the office, the captain is talking to Amado. He is a straight shooter with Amado and offers him a drink, but he declines and loses his mouth for a panel. Most of Londo Bell in its current state is made up of new recruits and old retired soldiers. It is designed specifically for inspecting the colonies. But if conflict were to happen, things wouldn't look so good for them. So he just straight up asks Amado, the operation to find the Varguils, does it have anything to do with Char? We cut away from the conversation to Amado and the crew heading to the hangar. Amado says that even Bright doesn't tell him everything going on. They make it to the hangar to see a series of Jettas, along with Amado's Rick DJ. The RGM-88X Jetta is the prototype Jagan and incorporates many of the technologies you find on the Gundam Mark II. However, due to budget cuts, only 6 of these units were made. In Moon Gundam, it is retconned that the Jetta was just one of many prototypes designed to be the proposal for the Jagan. It possesses a head-mounted radome, a more advanced head sensor, a backpack thruster layout closer to the Gundam Mark II, and additional thrusters, including a pair of large thrusters mounted on the rear skirt. It is equipped with head Vulcans, a waist hand grenade, a beam saber, a twin-arm grenade, a beam rifle, and a shield. They note that the Rakai Loom already has newer models referring to the Jagan, but they say they need a Gundam in their forces. They still haven't recovered the Zeta or the Double Zeta after the first Neo-Zeon War, and the Ragazi simply isn't the same. He tells the crew that he has been designing something new and shows them the specs of new Gundam. Back on Moon, everyone has calmed down. but the Light Tribe are freaking out, claiming they are being poisoned. One Neo-Zeon soldier tells them they're just repainting the Gundam and calls them idiots. Algos is talking about Luce. He lost almost all his men during a retreat from Core 3. They say he is no ordinary kid. Luce tells Gennaro that Yuta is going to help them find the princess. Gennaro wonders if it was Luce who ordered the Challenge team to attack in the first place. He says they must have jumped the gun. Gennaro is concerned about the informant that might be leaking data to the Londo Bell ship. Luce doesn't seem to think that they should be worrying about it. He took out their thrusters, so their ship will be down for a few days. He also informs Gennaro that Minerva is a priceless human. Of course, she has a tracking device inside of her, and they will be able to detect her once they get close to the Varguils. Yuta wonders why all the adults listen to Luce. He says it is because he comes from a prestigious family from the old principality. They go to the hangar to find the newly painted Moon Gundam. The AMS-123X-X Moon Gundam is, for the most part, no different from the Varguil, minus the Psycho Gundam head. The backpack's funnel rack has been removed, and a subarm has been added to mount the Psycho plates. It is equipped with 60mm Vulcans, a beam rifle, a beam tomahawk, the butterfly edge, and of course, the Psycho plates. Luce says that the Gundam is usually the culmination of state-of-the-art mobile suit tech for the time, but everyone still sees it as the legendary White Devil of the 1 Year War. Luce is saying all of this to Sarasa. She says the usual, "We don't want to get involved" speech, but Luce interrupts and says that with all due respect, they are already involved. The princess was captured on Moon. The colony is about to become the center of attention by both Zeon and EFF, so rather than live in ignorance, they should fight with them. He also wants to utilize the abandoned children of the forest to help ward off EFF. Sarasa eventually goes along with all of this, with the assurance that her people will be safe. Yuta prepares to launch in Moon Gundam with Agos helping out. The people of Moon painted a 1 Year War era normal suit in a similar fashion to the Light Tribe warriors. Agos is more upset that he is using a Federation suit than anything. One of the Atalante 3 crew members note that there is a honeycomb-like circuitry on board the Psycho plates, confirming that these are indeed driven by the Psycho frame. Luce preps his dag doll. Yuta officially launches in Moon Gundam for the first time. And that will do it for this episode. The transformation from Varguil to Moon Gundam is complete. Yuta has finally accepted his role in all of this, but the question remains, which royal family does Luce belong to? Next time, Moon Gundam will fight against the Varguils and the Bulldog. The Varguils crew will also go up against people with pitchforks. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, if it is a Gundam, it must be painted white. Peace.